King's College London is a public research university located in London, United Kingdom, and a founding constituent college of the Federal University of London. King's was founded in 1829 by King George IV and the Duke of Wellington and received its royal charter in the same year. In 1836, King's became one of the two founding colleges of the University of London. In the late 20th century, it grew through a series of mergers, including with Queen Elizabeth College and Chelsea College of Science and Technology, the Institute of Psychiatry, the United Medical and Dental Schools of Guy's and St Thomas Hospitals, and the Florence Nightingale School of Nursing and Midwifery. King's is regarded as one of the world's leading multidisciplinary research universities, ranked 21st in the world by the 2016-17 U.S. World University Rankings, and 27th in the world by the 2015-16 Times Higher Education. It is usually considered part of the Golden Triangle, along with the University of Oxford, the University of Cambridge, University College London, Imperial College London, and the London School of Economics. It is a member of academic organisations such as the Association of Commonwealth Universities, the European University Association, and the Russell Group. King's has 5 campuses. Its historic main campus on the Strand in central London, 3 other Thames-side campuses and 1 in Denmark Hill in South London. As of 2014-15, King's had 28,730 students and 5,948 staff and a total income of £684.2 million, of which £210.8 million was from research grants and contracts. It has the 5th largest endowment of any university in the United Kingdom, and the largest of any in London. Its academic activities are organized into 9 faculties which are subdivided into numerous departments, centers and research divisions. King's is home to 6 medical research council centers and is a founding member of the King's Health Partners Academic Health Sciences Centre, Francis Crick Institute and MedCity. It is the largest European centre for graduate and postgraduate medical teaching and biomedical research by number of students, including the world's first nursing school, the Florence Nightingale Faculty of Nursing and Midwifery. King's alumni and staff include 12 Nobel laureates, contributors to the discovery of DNA structure, hepatitis C, and the Higgs boson, and key researchers advancing radar, radio, television and mobile phones. Alumni also include heads of states, governments and intergovernmental organizations, 19 members of the current House of Commons and 16 members of the current House of Lords, and the recipients of 2 Oscars, 3 Grammys and an Emmy. History. Foundation. King's College London, surnamed to indicate the patronage of King George IV, was founded in 1829 in response to the theological controversy surrounding the founding of London University in 1826. London University was founded with the backing of utilitarians, Jews and non-Anglican Christians, as a secular institution, intended to educate the youth of our middling rich people between the ages of 15 or 16 and 20 or later, giving its nickname, the Godless College in Gower Street. The need for such an institution was a result of the religious and social nature of the universities of Oxford and Cambridge, which then educated solely the sons of wealthy Anglicans. The secular nature of London University was disapproved by the establishment. Indeed, the storms of opposition which raged around it threatened to crush every spark of vital energy which remained. Thus, the creation of a rival institution represented a Tory response to reassert the educational values of the establishment. More widely, King's was one of the first of a series of institutions which came about in the early 19th century as a result of the Industrial Revolution, and great social changes in England following the Napoleonic Wars. By virtue of its foundation, King's has enjoyed the patronage of the monarch, the Archbishop of Canterbury as its visitor, and during the 19th century counted among its official governors the Lord Chancellor, Speaker of the House of Commons and the Lord Mayor of London. Duel in Battersea Fields, the 21st of March 1829. The simultaneous support of the Arthur Wellesley, 1st Duke of Wellington, for an Anglican King's College London and the Roman Catholic Relief Act, which was to lead to the granting of almost full civil rights to Catholics, was challenged by George Finch Hatton, 10th Earl of Winchelsea, in early 1829. Winchelsea and his supporters wished for King's to be subject to the Test Acts, like the universities of Oxford, where only members of the Church of England could matriculate, and Cambridge, where non-Anglicans could matriculate but not graduate. But this was not Wellington's intent. Winchelsea and about 150 other contributors withdrew the support of King's College London in response to Wellington's support of Catholic emancipation. In a letter to Wellington, he accused the Duke to have in mind insidious designs for the infringement of our liberty and the introduction of popery into every department of the state. The letter provoked a furious exchange of correspondence, and Wellington accused Winchelsea of imputing him with disgraceful and criminal motives in setting up King's College London. When Winchelsea refused to retract the remarks, Wellington, by his own admission, no advocate of duelling and a virgin duelist, demanded satisfaction in a contest of arms. I now call upon your lordship to give me that satisfaction for your conduct which a gentleman has a right to require, and which a gentleman never refuses to give. The result was a duel in Battersea Fields on the 21st of March 1829. Winchelsea did not fire, a plan he and his second almost certainly decided upon before the duel. Wellington took aim and fired wide to the right. Accounts differ as to whether Wellington missed on purpose. Wellington, noted for his poor aim, claimed he did. Other reports, more sympathetic to Winchelsea, claimed he had aimed to kill. Honour was saved, and Winchelsea wrote Wellington an apology. Duel Day is still celebrated on the first Thursday after the 21st of March every year, marked by various events throughout King's, including reenactments. 19th century King's opened in October 1831, with the cleric William Otter appointed as first principal and lecturer in divinity. The Archbishop of Canterbury presided over the opening ceremony, in which a sermon was given in the chapel by Charles Blomfield, the Bishop of London, on the subject of combining religious instruction with intellectual culture. Despite the attempts to make King's Anglican only, the initial prospectus permitted non-conformists of all sorts to enter the college freely. William Howley, the governors and the professors, except the linguists, had to be members of the Church of England, but the students did not, though attendance at chapel was compulsory. King's was divided into a senior department and a junior department, also known as King's College School, which was originally situated in the basement of the Strand campus. The junior department started with 85 pupils and only 3 teachers, but quickly grew to 500 by 1841, outgrowing its facilities and leading it to relocate to Wimbledon in 1897, where it remains today, though it is no longer associated with King's College London. Within the senior department, teaching was divided into 3 courses. A general course comprised divinity, classical languages, mathematics, English literature and history, a medical course, and miscellaneous subjects, such as law, political economy and modern languages, which were not related to any systematic course of study at the time and depended for the continuance on the supply of occasional students. In 1833 1903 the general course was reorganized, leading to the award of the Associate of King's College, the first qualification issued by King's. The course, which concerns questions of ethics and theology, is still awarded today to students and staff who take an optional 3-year course alongside their studies. The river frontage was completed in April 1835 at a cost of £7,100. Its completion a condition of King's College London securing the site from the Crown. Unlike those in the school, student numbers in the senior department remained almost stationary during King's first 5 years of existence. During this time the medical school was blighted by inefficiency and the divided loyalties of the staff, leading to a steady decline in attendance. One of the most important appointments was that of Charles Wheatstone as Professor of Experimental Philosophy. At this time neither King's London University nor the medical schools at the London hospitals could confer degrees. In 1835 the government announced that it would establish an examining board to grant degrees, with London University and King's both becoming affiliated colleges. This became the University of London in 1836, the former London University becoming University College London. The first University of London degrees were awarded to King's College London students in 1839. In 1840, King's opened its own hospital on Portugal Street near Lincoln's Inn Fields, an area composed of overcrowded rookeries characterized by poverty and disease. The governance of King's College Hospital was later transferred to the Corporation of the Hospital established by the King's College Hospital Act, 1851. The hospital moved to new premises in Denmark Hill, Camberwell in 1913. The appointment in 1877 of Joseph Lister as Professor of Clinical Surgery greatly benefited the medical school, and the introduction of Lister's antiseptic surgical methods gained the hospital an international reputation. In 1845 King's established a military department to train officers for the Army and the British East India Company, and in 1846 a theological department to train Anglican priests. In 1855, King's pioneered evening classes in London, that King's granted students at the evening classes certificates of college attendance to enable them to sit University of London degree exams, was cited as an example of the worthlessness of these certificates in the decision by the University of London to end the affiliated colleges system in 1858 and open their examinations to everyone. In 1882 the King's College London Act amended the Constitution. The Act removed the proprietorial nature of King's, changing the name of the corporation from the Governors and Proprietors of King's College London to King's College London, and annulling the 1829 Charter. The Act also changing King's College London from a for-profit corporation to a non-profit one, and extended the objects of King's to include the education of women. The Ladies' Department of King's College London was opened in Kensington Square in 1885, which later in 1902 became King's College Women's Department. 20th century. See also Contribution of King's College London to the discovery of the structure of DNA and Photo 51. The King's College London Act 1903 abolished all remaining religious tests for staff, except within the theological department. In 1910, King's was merged into the University of London under the King's College London Act 1908, losing its legal independence. During World War I, the medical school was open to women for the first time. The end of the war saw an influx of students, which strained existing facilities to the point where some classes were held in the principal's house. In World War II, the buildings of King's College London were used by the auxiliary fire service with a number of King's staff. mainly those then known as college servants, serving as fire watchers. Parts of the Strand building, the quadrangle, and the roof of apse and stained glass windows of the chapel suffered bomb damage in the Blitz. During the post-war reconstruction, the vaults beneath the quadrangle were replaced by a two-story laboratory, which opened in 1952, for the departments of physics and civil and electrical engineering. One of the most famous pieces of scientific research performed at King's were the crucial contributions to the discovery of the double helix structure of DNA in 1953 by Maurice Wilkins and Rosalind Franklin, together with Raymond Gosling, Alex Stokes, Herbert Wilson and other colleagues at the Randall Division of Cell and Molecular Biophysics at King's. Major reconstruction of King's began in 1966 following the publication of the Robbins Report on Higher Education, a new blog facing the Strand designed by E.D. Jeffries Matthews was opened in 1972. In 1980 King's regained its legal independence under a new royal charter. In 1993 King's, along with other large University of London colleges, gained direct access to government funding and the right to confer University of London degrees itself. This contributed to King's and the other large colleges being regarded as de facto universities in their own right. King's College London underwent several mergers with other institutions in the late 20th century, these including the reincorporation in 1983 of the King's College School of Medicine and Dentistry, which had become independent of King's College Hospital at the foundation of the National Health Service in 1948, mergers with Queen Elizabeth College and Chelsea College of Science and Technology in 1985, and the Institute of Psychiatry in 1997. In 1998 the United Medical and Dental Schools of Guy's and St Thomas Hospitals merged with King's to form the King's College London GKT School of Medical Education. Also in 1998 Florence Nightingale's original training school for nurses merged with the King's Department of Nursing Studies as the Florence Nightingale School of Nursing and Midwifery. The same year King's acquired the former Public Record Office building on Chancery Lane and converted it at a cost of £35 million into the Morn Library, which opened in 2002-2001 to present in July 2006. King's College London was granted degree awarding powers in its own right, as opposed to through the University of London, by the Privy Council. This power remained unexercised until 2007, when King's announced that all students starting courses from September 2007 onwards would be awarded degrees conferred by King's itself, rather than by the University of London. The new certificates, however, still make reference to the fact that King's is a constituent college of the University of London. All current students with at least 1 year of study remaining were in August 2007 offered the option of choosing to be awarded a University of London degree or a King's degree. The first King's degrees were awarded in summer 2008. In April 2011 King's became a founding partner in the UK Centre for Medical Research and Innovation, subsequently renamed the Francis Crick Institute, committing £40 million to the project. The chemistry department was reopened in 2011 following its closure in 2003. In September 2014 King's College London opened King's College London Mathematics School, a free school sixth form located in Lambeth that specialises in mathematics. In October 2014 Ed Byrne replaced Rick Traynor as principal of King's College London, the latter having served for 10 years. In In December 2014, King's announced its plans to rebrand its name to King's London. It was emphasized that there were no plans to change the legal name of King's, and that the name King's London was designed to promote King's and to highlight the fact that King's is a university in its own right. King's announced that the rebranding plans had been dropped in January 2015. On the 10th of March 2015, King's acquired a 50-year lease for the Aldwych Quarter, which includes the historic Grand Bush House building. King's will occupy Bush House and Strand House on a phased basis from September 2016, and adjacent buildings King House and Melbourne House from 2025. Once King's takes full occupation of the four main buildings, the Aldwych Quarter will provide approximately 300,000 square feet of additional space for student study and social space, new teaching facilities and academic accommodation.